T2RX6 here, back for another third-party review, and today we're taking a look at pp-01 Faith Leader. This is the second release of this, the one that didn't come with the anime style head and came with the cape and all that stuff. And right off the bat, I want to say, I'm going to say things that are good about this toy, but if there's one thing I want everyone to take away from this, is that this is not a good toy, and you should not waste your money on it. Yeah, I know it's going to sound weird because there are things I genuinely like about this toy, but it is extraordinarily fragile, and this one actually has a bunch of broken things on it, and I really just can't recommend spending the money to get this guy. That said, let's take a look at him and see how big he actually is. So here's your Classics Optimus Prime, who is fairly similar in overall size. Here you can see there's not a huge difference. That will obviously change when we're in robot mode. So let's put him aside. Let's go slightly bigger. Here is our MP10 Optimus Prime. And yep, getting a little bit larger there. And finally, let's actually bring out the original MP-01. So you can just see the size difference between these two. You have pretty much all the details, except you did lose the Autobot logo on this one. You do have that springy suspension thing, but not quite as nice as MP-01 Optimus. I don't know. Something about the fact that he's smaller makes this awkward overhang here not feel as bad as the MP-01 Optimus Prime to me, but I still don't particularly like it. So before we go on to actually doing the putting him into his robot mode, let's look at his accessories. You get the clear axe. I'm not going to put this on. It works exactly the same way as MP-01. It just clips right into where you would extend his hand. You get a small version of Megatron that slides out so he can hold it. Every single of these Faith Leaders I've had are Ultra Leader or Nemesis Leader. This Megatron's always broken at the stock, so this one's in good condition. I'm not going to touch it. It's not going on. Sorry, guys. You get two of his iconic gun. You get one that has the classic, more Masterpiece style handle, and then one that has a 5mm peg, which looks really good with the Classics Optimus Prime. These I will show off. You get a Megatron head, which kind of looks a little weird. I don't know, the lips are a bit strange to me, but I don't know, not bad. I guess it just really has no place on Optimus, but we'll show you that after. And you get an Orion Pax head. Again, cool, but really doesn't have any place on the Optimus. But oh, you also get the little stands that they're on that say 1984, I believe is what it says, to 2009. Okay, I think that's when, oh, 2010, yeah. So that's when it came out. Yep, it's okay. And then the final pieces you get are these two little gold pauldron thingies and a fabric cape that, I don't know, the material's nice, but I don't really feel like my Optimus really needs a cape. So yeah, you get that. Alright, so let's start the disaster that is transforming this guy. We'll take those little flaps, we'll get them out of the way first, and we'll open this on up. And we'll pop these little flaps on down, and we will unpeg his little chrome grill here. We'll just get that ready, and while we're at it, I'll fold this little gray seat forward, and then we'll come to the sides here, and we'll pull his arms out, and just kind of, I like to keep them to the side just to get him out of the way, like so. Then we can open up this back compartment and flip his head all the way around. Now the ball joint holding his head is extraordinarily weak, so pretty much you're going to see this pop off numerous times throughout the review, I suspect. It's really not well held on, but I don't know, now I said it, it's probably not going to happen. So we take this, we kind of fold this up. The official way to do this is with the gray piece pointed forward, but I just really like the chromed front here. And you do have the matrix, and it still does come out, but the light gimmick is now gone from here. So we have that. we're going to fold this piece down, rotate this all the way around, and fold it on up so it flips in position. And fold this all the way around, and then up so it flips into position. And then come around to the back here and just kind of fold these closed. Like so. And then we can kind of bring this down, and this doesn't really lock terribly well. I feel like the actual Masterpiece did that better, but whatever. You can fold that in and then close up his chest. Now that part's not so bad. That's not really all that scary. The scary parts come soon, and I can't figure out why I can't get his chest to close up. There we go. I was caught on something. So there we go. We'll come here, we'll flip his waist, we'll flip these apart, push the gas cans and pull this down. They are actually air brake canisters, I believe they are. And then we'll open up the toe piece here, or the heel piece, flip it around, make sure that the outside here is good. And we'll do the same on this side. Flip it around, and close this up. Now, if you remember my Ultra Magnus review, I tried to show you articulation, and his leg snapped. This feels very much the same way. Dang it, Optimus. Stay closed. The skirt armor is extraordinarily hard to move. And, I'm just so afraid to move these joints after what happened. If you haven't seen that, go check out my pp-01 review. And, yeah, you'll see the moment that something breaks completely on camera. Let's give it a try and pray for the best. Oh, we can go back just fine. There we go. Oh, it's so scary. Yeah, this is one of the big things, and when this broke on my pp-01, I got a replacement in response from Igear pretty instantly, but this is my second Faith Leader, and you're gonna see some problems with the hands here. This is the biggest failure of this whole thing. I contacted them and I've never heard back from them, so I don't know. Their customer service record is way too sketchy for me to really recommend them. So anyway, getting on to the hands. For Masterpiece Prime, you would flip this down and then just kind of grab this and pull this out. You do not want to do that, and you might be able to see it in there. This is not broken, but you can see where it's like all stressed and ready to break. So do not move this thing by this flap. Try to put your finger on the other side here and push it forward. And when you're pushing it backwards, use the fist, don't use anything else. Uh-oh. See, this is why I said, don't buy this toy, because it just broke. Yep, there goes that piece that I just told you about. So this is the second Igear thing like this that has failed on camera. I really cannot recommend this mold to anyone, regardless how cool it is. So there we go, it's broken now. So we're just gonna kind of keep it like that and pull this stupid little flap forward. God, I hate this toy. Anyway, we have it like that, whatever. It's gonna mostly work. And we'll just plug that stupid thing back in and it'll fall out and we're gonna lose it sometime, but Igear, you make faulty products. This one, also broken. Just kind of get it out the best you can. Come on. Now do you see why I said don't buy this? This is just awful. There we go. Pull this on out, and then we'll pull this flap forward. And you can see this flap is actually intact. This one, the stupid end piece broke off of it, so it's not gonna work as intended ever again. So yeah, that's just awesome. I'll probably put some clear nail polish on. Anyway, open up his hands. That just makes the figure just so depressing when things break, and I was being so careful with that side. And there you go. You got Optimus Prime with broken pieces. Fortunately, I think I may have a replacement from the old one here. Yeah, so it's pp-01, but smaller. And we'll take our Classics Prime, and you can see how they went from basically the same size truck mode to much bigger robot mode. Here he is next to Sandstorm, just so you can kind of see him. I've got MP10 right here with his floppy feet. There we go. Where he looks best, actually, is he looks awesome standing next to your Masterpiece Grimlock, because it just feels like that is the appropriate size difference between Optimus and Grimlock. So he really does make a good classic shelf Optimus Prime. And then finally, we'll bring in the big guy. Here's pp-01 Optimus comparatively, just so you can see the size difference. Again, don't buy this toy. It is so bad. So, I showed you he has his weird head, so we can pop his head off here. We'll take Megatron and pop it off the pedestal, and there you go, Megatron Optimus Prime. And, I don't know, it does absolutely nothing for me. And we'll take the Orion Pax head and do the exact same thing. And that just looks really weird on that body. So that's off too, and we'll throw this back on again because it's the only one that matters. You do still have the little wrist communicators here on each side. One of them has wheelie in it, and this one, I don't remember who's in this one. If I can get it open, we've got Blur. So yeah, you got that. You still have the vent leg thingies, and you got broken wrists. Stupid Optimus Prime. So you take the last thing we're gonna do is take this cape, because it's just such an awesome accessory, and you kind of drape it over his back here and put it on the little light like so. I think it's not really clear how I'm supposed to put it on. You put it like that, drape it off his back so he looks all regal and stuff, and then you take these little things and they kind of clip onto the lights like so, and now you've got a caped Optimus Prime, which the cape's nice, cool material, but I don't really care about Optimus Prime with the cape. So, this is T2RX6. Please, 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 please don't get this toy. The more recent Igear offerings, like the Band Brothers, or whatever you want to consider them, and the mini bots are so much better than this guy. This guy is totally not worth the cost that it gets. And this is the second one I had. Same breakage on him. Yeah, the Ultra Magnus I had broke at the hips. The only one I had, and maybe I just didn't have it long enough to break, was the Black Convoy version. So I encourage you to check out those videos. And oh, forgot this. There's his gun, and he can hold it better than pp-01 because it's lighter weight. So yeah, check out those other videos and don't buy this toy. Just save your money for something way cooler. So this is T2RX6. I hope you guys had a good 4th of July, and I will see you next week.